Hey, beautiful Capricorns. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Let's get straight to your messages. Capricorn, this is a new deck here, so I may read through the meanings, but we'll see. Capricorn. Whoa. Wisdom. Enlightenment. Wealth, abundance. What's going on? Looks like you're in the flow of money here, trying to recover from something. Self-assurance, integrity, clearing your mind, being prudent here. What's going on? Trinity. Having to adapt to change. Let me read this one. When you have many wishes, focus on manifesting one at a time. Your energy may be too spread out. Keep in mind, not every wish may be a blessing. Weigh the pros and the cons and hyper-focus on one. Prioritize your energy to meet one goal and move on once you've achieved it. You may be needing to pivot if what you seek isn't aligned for the greatest good. Make a list of all that you are grateful for. Stop focusing on what you get and start focusing on what you give. Money, rewards, and success will come automatically if you have something to give. Listen to your intuition when the universe is revealing the truth. You'll know it by what aligns and feels right. Some may say they experience a ringing in their ears. You may experience a deafening sensation with a pleasant pleasure in your ears that makes you feel slightly euphoric. Ultimately, you'll feel an expansion and extension when you are aligned with the right step. You'll know when something is false and out of alignment when you experience struggle, discomfort, agitation, irritability, or restlessness. The universe is saying, listen to your body. Your sensations and your emotions are your keys. Now, you could be focusing in on something, but make sure it is with the higher good, for the higher good. Make sure that what your goal is aligned for the higher good. So you will experience maybe a sensation in your ear for the good. But if it's not aligned for the greater good, you will feel all the other symptoms that Spirit is explaining. So it's about giving. Focus in on giving instead of receiving. Okay. This is the enchanter's self-evaluation and awakening. So you could be going through an awakening. finding peace. So somebody was focused in on what they were going to receive instead of what they were going to give, you or another energy. This is a culmination. Letting go of the darkness, surrender. It's about conquering your demons. Evaluating yourself. This is self-evaluation. A deep knowing that something needs mended. A higher power for the higher good. Yin and yang. This is about feeling blessed. Rest and renewal. Somebody could be very tired here. This is about okay, someone is straight up being greedy here. Someone straight up is manipulating and being greedy. Seven of Swords is not always about, it could be strategy, being strategic, but let's just say there is an ending here. Surrender. Some kind of judgment, some kind of hurt, conquering your demons. It is about conquering your own demons. It's like, or someone had to conquer their demons. I don't know. Something's gotta go. Because in order to receive, you've got to give. That is healing, mending, this is about growth. Someone is worried and focused on what they're going to receive rather than what they are going to give. Somebody is worrying here what they're going to receive rather than what they are going to give. And this is being a blockage for someone. This is love. This is affection. Somebody wanting to move forward. Somebody moving on. Healing. Recovery. It's like having to look at something being fair, being equal. What's going on? Someone's got to face their fears or conquer their demons. Something about the past. And someone's gonna make a decision here for the higher good. Focus on what you have. Focus and be grateful for what you have. Do not focus on what you do not have. Focus on what you do have. Somebody is very envious. The Trinity. Balancing decisions, priorities, and adapting to change. Whoa. It's a lot of prosperity. Wealth, contentment, and abundance. Being grateful. This is someone's purpose. Why is someone envious of someone else's purpose? It's like someone being envious because somebody else is prosperous. Because of someone else's abundance. They're envious of someone else's abundance and their prosperity instead of focusing in on what they have. This is someone who is envious, Capricorn, of someone's prosperity. Someone is very greedy here. And it's like they're envious of your prosperity or this Queen of Wands, Star energies, confidence and their culmination. And the reason why they're accumulating here prosperity is because they were giving. They were very generous. Somebody else now is sitting here envious of this culmination of what you have manifested, prosperity. Someone is envious that you are prosperous. Someone who is like planning something here. Because they're being very greedy. Instead of appreciating for what they have already received or appreciating and being grateful for what they have. This is someone who is very spiritually awakened, is on their north node. This is somebody who has been inspired. This is somebody who's been inspired, an inspiration. This is somebody who's very generous, very giving, always thinking of the higher good, always thinking of other people. This is someone who is very generous. Hmm. This is the Tower. This is an Emperor. I don't know. Someone is very selfish. This is karma. This is deceit. Someone angry because someone else is receiving. So now there's a big argument here. See, someone felt entitled. Someone felt entitled. This is about someone who gave freely. Someone who gave unconditionally. This is someone who is very generous, very giving, being blessed with prosperity because they are very generous. You reap what you sow on this earth. And someone else is over here greedy. Someone else is like acting really greedy, like for self-interest. This is about, yeah, and they're broke. So they're envying you that you have abundance. You reap what you sow. Now, this could be about family. Someone I guess someone was just not grateful, not being grateful for whatever. And this person is very generous. They are an empress. So there's some kind of news here. And now someone is crying over spilt milk because they are in lack, crying over spilt milk, yet they wouldn't give. They never did things for the higher good. They're crying the loudest. This is someone who is crying their eyes out because they did not receive, or because they're in lack, because they're actually being greedy here. Self-interest. What about me? What about me, me? Whereas this yin energy here, this feminine energy, was very generous, very loving, very giving, had everyone's higher good involved. It's priority. It's about prioritizing. It's about priority. This empress, had everyone else's well-being in mind. This empress is always thinking of everyone else's needs before their own. This is someone who is incredibly generous with their love, their energy, their time, their resources, reaping what they have sown. And this person feels betrayed, because this is high honor, respect, and integrity. So somebody may have accused this empress So it's looking like this empress energy here is very prosperous now, because they were so generous, were so giving, had everyone's higher good involved here. Making decisions. This is about prioritizing. Make priorities. This empress has always put everyone else above themselves and made themselves the last priority. And now it seems as if this is an empress who has decided to make themselves a priority. This is like a very generous individual, very, very generous person who's been giving, and obviously being taken advantage of, mistaking their kindness for weakness. And you do reap what you have sown. So now somebody else is envious and jealous because this empress is getting this abundance, getting this prosperity. And Spirit's asking this other individual to look at, well, what were your priorities? What did you give? What did you give? Instead of looking at what are you supposed to get? What about what did you give? Hmm. Hmm. They're still generous, they're still giving, but they are doing it in balance now. They are also making themselves a priority. Mm. In perfect balance. Yin and yang. It's about prioritizing, putting your priorities straight. If this is in a relationship, then it's almost like finding a balance between home life and work life. If this is about somebody else is very jealous and envious because an empress is receiving their blessings. That is about, this empress is very generous or they would not be receiving. It's teamwork. It's teamwork. That's why the money flow is here, flows into them. It's intentions. Wanting everyone to do well, wanting everyone to, this is someone very generous and will do whatever they can to bless other people. This is someone who's incredibly generous. You don't get blessings by being cheap. You get blessings by being generous and by being giving. Someone over here is looking at it as, well, I ain't giving nothing. I ain't giving nothing. I ain't giving nothing. So when they get nothing, that's why. Because they didn't give. this person operates out of self-interest. I'm looking after me, I'm looking after me, and me. Where over here, this person is like, will put themselves last so others can have. It's complete opposites. So when the Empress energy is receiving, whether you're the masculine or not, or the feminine, the feminine energy is the thing that births life, gives birth to a culmination of their works, of their efforts, of their dreams. And it's almost like they get this by being generous, and the universe is generous back with them. Rather than someone says, no, it's mine, me. That's what they get. Someone's like, how jealous, like, how come this Empress is manifesting? How come the Empress gets this? How come the Empress is being blessed? Because the Empress was generous. This person's envious because they're receiving a fortune, receiving prosperity, and they still can't figure it out. That their jealousy, their envy, and their selfishness is keeping them broke, is keeping them in poverty. They do not want to share. They do not want to give. They want to get. This is a giver-taker situation. One person giving, the other taking. Well, they want, but Spirit's saying, well, what did you give? Did you contribute in some kind of way? Then don't be envious of those who are receiving, because this Empress is receiving because of the generosity that they have had and the higher good that they put everyone else before themselves, gave to themselves last. They'll be rewarded for it and blessed for it. Take care.